welcome on my YouTube channel. You are with Alendris and today I will play Heroes Arena. I will introduce for you a special hero that you can get with the event of this week, Diamond Roulette. It's a warrior with magic skills. It's Angel of Vengeance. Let's begin with the statistics of Angel of Vengeance. So what we can tell is early pool of HP is really interesting, 3024. He's using mana for his skills, so it's an important point also. Attack damage, armor, magical resistance, nothing crazy to tell about this point. Interesting movement speed, 391, especially when you know that his second skill will increase this amount by 10%. It will be really good. Attack speed, nothing crazy, and defensive stats are also classical, so I will not add nothing about this point. Let's speak now about his skills. The passive skill of Angel of Vengeance, Deterioration, is probably the most important skill that he has. Angel of Vengeance gains 1 ability power for every 4 max health that he gets. It's really interesting and you will understand most of my choices in according of this skill. The ultimate skill, Chaotic Orb, summons Chaotic Orbs to deal 128 magic damage per second to enemy enemy. Tap the ability again to release the orbs and deal 350 magical damage. Damage will be increased by 1.5% for each 1% max health that the target heroes has lost. If the damage kills an hero, Angel of Vengeance recovers 300 health and 2% max health, stacking up to 5 times. It's really good. The second part is good, but not so much. But the first part, you will have a sort of orbs who will go around you, deal some damage. And when you will release this orb, you will deal some really interesting damage on enemies. And probably if these enemies will be around 20-30% of life, they will die. So it's a really strong skill. First skill, Nihilistic Claw. Probably the skill that you will use more during one game. Launches attack to the intended location, dealing 300 magic damage, slowing the enemy within melee range by 50% for 2 seconds. Enemies outside the melee range will be drawn to the heroes and stand for 1 second. So every fight you will use this skill. Every time that you want to catch one enemy, you will use this skill. It will be your main weapon to initiate every fight, and it's a really good skill who deal some interesting damage, especially in the middle and in the end of the games. Second active skill, Enchantment, a support skill, creates a protective ward that resists 400 incoming damage and increases 10% ability power and 10% movement speed. The ability effects are not stackable because sometimes you have only 8 seconds of cooldown and you didn't lose your first shield and you will be able to activate another time your shield. You will not get some additional effect, so it's important to know, but 10% movement speed and 10% ability power, you must activate this skill most of the time. And finally, Rush Kill, magic skill also, 8 seconds of cooldown, charge towards the intended direction, dealing 253 magical damage and stunning the target for 1 second. It's really good to chase, it's really good to engage, and it's really good to escape. So it's a dash. A lot of heroes have this kind of skill in their skills. So it's an interesting thing for Angel of Vengeance. Let's now speak about his items. You could see during the skills description that this hero is dealing a magical damage, but it's a mistake to think that you must build him as a magical damage dealer. If you are checking, it's exactly what they are proposing as a recommended setup. They are proposing magical items and it's not really efficient. Best thing is to increase HP of your Angel of Vengeance to get the benefit of his passive skill. That's why I choose this build. So first item is boots, just for the CD reduction, nothing crazy, and for the movement speed. Second item, Aegis of Dragon, max health 2080, health regeneration speed plus 20, and unique effect, restore 4% of max health per second for 5 seconds after killing an enemy hero. The effect can be triggered every 15 seconds. Second item, Shield Wall, max health plus 2080, max mana plus 500, armor plus 207, critic hit damage reduction plus 7%, and unique effect, when health is lower than 30%, reduce damage received by 25% and increase attack damage by 20% for 5 seconds. Effect can be triggered every 40 seconds. Third item, Scepter of Life. This time we will add some ability power, but look the unique effect. Every one ability power add 1 health. So in fact it's working in 2 ways. You increase your life, you get more magical power, and you increase your ability power, you get more life. So it's really strong item with a good synergy. Fourth item, Torn Shield. Max health plus 1768, armor plus 391, unique effect a lot, increase reflect rate by 10%, increase reflect rate again by 15% for 5 seconds, the effect can be triggered every 5 seconds, and after they're explaining what is exactly the reflect effect. And finally, the last item, Armor of Endurance, max health plus 1560, armor plus 156, magical resistance plus 132, and the unique effect, increased tenacity by 50%. But most of the time, you will not be able to get all these items. When you get 4, it's already a long game, but if the game is more longer, you have with what to do. So, I hope you understand exactly how his items are working. We'll speak now about his runes. For the runes of Angel of Vengeance, I have created a special setup for this hero, as far that it's a sort of tank with a magical DPS. So, blue runes priority order, ability power, attack damage, attack speed, and lifesteal magic as last. Red runes, CD reduction, magical penetration, and you can add some armor and magical resistance. And as purple runes, for sure the main is max health. After that you can have some speed, some mana regeneration, and some health regeneration. If you are checking my attribute boost, max health nearly plus 400, max mana 20, attack damage 30, ability power 50, armor 20, magical resistance 30, critical rate we don't care, health regeneration speed 12%, lifesteal magic nearly 6%, attack speed 10%, speed bonus 5%, and CD reduction nearly 9%. So it's all my stats, all depends of the level of your runes, but I think the priority order, is the good one. Let's speak now about his abilities. As a common ability for Angel of Vengeance, you have 2 possibilities, eventually 3. The best one, in my opinion, is to keep the heal, because you will be in the middle of the fight. You will be able to save your life and to save the life of your allies. The cooldown is not so long, 90 seconds, so it can be interesting. If you are thinking about yourself, you can take the shield. The CD is only for 65 seconds, and you will be able to absorb 800 damage more. So it's not bad, but the shield is just lasting 1.5 seconds, so you have to have the really good timing to get benefit of this skill, and I think the heal is better. And finally, if you want, you can take a speed up, but in this case, I don't think that it's the best solution at all. About offensive abilities, now you have another time 3 possibilities. The first one is to take the smite, but the smite you will take it if you are playing as full random team and that you want to take some buff, some farming in the jungle. So it will be interesting. It's more to protect your farm than something else. Not the best solution if you are playing as a team. Best solution so far is Amphible. I'm sure about that, because you will grab enemies with your skill 1, activate Amphible, and debuff the armor and the magical resistance of your enemies for 5 seconds. So it's really good, and you will also deal 250 damage. And also, you can take a Frenzy, who is not bad, because it will increase your damage by 16%, your attack damage and ability power by 16% for 4 seconds. So you can activate it, grab one target, dash inside, and you will deal some additional damage. It's not bad, but I really think that Amphible is far better. It's now over for this review. It's now time to fight with Angel of Vengeance. I'm using for this match with Angel of Vengeance the replay mode on Hero the Arena. It's a really good mod. You can watch again your games and see which mistake you did and also which good moves you did. So I'm playing with two mates. It's important because I didn't buy a Henley crossbow and I didn't took the smite. Finally, I'm playing with Amphibold and I'm playing with boots in the early game. After that, I will sure do my build that I introduced for you. I can kill some creep in the jungle, but only little creep. I will let the big creep for carry of the game. It's more important for them. Don't forget that Angel of Vengeance is an initiator, is able to have a good output damage, but not in early game for sure, and his main task is to initiate the fight and not to deal crazy damages. I would catch him, but sometimes I miss. I want to point something. When you are watching a game in a replay mode, all skills animations are disabled, unfortunately. So you can see when I'm doing skill 1 or skill 2 because the shield is appeared. But when I activate my ultimate, it's really difficult to see it, especially with Angel of Vengeance. Okay, we catched him, but actually our DPS is really low, so we are not able to kill him. We lost our top tower. I will go to help him because one tower it's okay, but two towers it can be a problem after. He's going back. We'll go to check the blue buff. Oh, she's still our blue buff. I will catch her. I will catch her. Yes, perfect. And it's really good that it's my friend who is the carry of the game who took the kill because he will need more gold than me. You see the difference when you are playing with mates. Nobody is stealing your creep when you are farming to do just the last hit and steal your gold on your experience also. It's really good. It's a MOBA game, and MOBA game it's like Dota, like League of Legends, and this kind of game must be played as a team, not as a single player. For sure, I'm taking some little creep, it will help me, but it's not really important actually. Oh. For example, I killed him with my ultimate. It was really difficult to see, but I activate and release my orbs because orbs are dealing more damage when enemy is low life. So most of the time you can do the last hit if he's already at 35% of life. She's success to kill one of our mates. But we will get the tower on the next wave. I'm pushing creeps out of the tower that I can hit them. And tower is down. You see, it was a little mistake now. I disengaged, but it was not necessary to disengage. I could stay. Now we have to disengage. We have to disengage. Yes. He's telling that it's his mistake. I will dash out. Up. And he's under the tower. He will die. She will try to kill me, but actually it's really difficult to kill me because in this moment of the game I have an interesting pool of HP and DPS are not so much stuff that they can kill me quickly. We'll try to push a little bit in the middle. I missed my grab. He missed his grab also. Yes, he's calling for mid lane and he's right. Perfect. He's dead. Because now we are 4, so... Perfect. And finally, we'll kill them all. We took advantage in this game. You can see the score now, 13 for them. So we are in the good way to win, and we are doing like snowball. So we are taking advantage of our early game to get even more advantage. Ah, I missed her. But she's dead. I killed her another time with my ultimate. And I will catch him. Don't forget that when you activate your shield, you have a boost of speed also, 10%, and it's really important because in this situation, I was able to catch him, and after with True Slight, we killed him. With Angel of Vengeance, you can have a crazy score of assist at the end of the game because like you are an initiator, all enemies will be touched by you, so when they will die, sorry, you will get 1 assist. Oy, 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 oy. It's time to go away. 4 against 1. I will not face. As you see, I'm receiving some damages, but I'm still not ready to die. And now, well, when our friend will respawn, we will be able to counter push. We lost 1 tower, okay, it's not a big problem. We killed the tank. Stun. Perfect. Continue our push. Can be little more aggressive now. You can see my stuff actually. I have only my first and second item ready, and my third item is still not ready. Perfect, he killed the lighting elemental. We get 1 tower, and now we will fight. I activate my ultimate. He escaped. I'm in rampage. I have 4012. I will be probably MVP on this game. I tried to kill him with my ultimate, if you saw it, but I missed. Get them together. Ultimate killed him. Now my pool of HP is really important. Perfect. We'll push middle, and it will be soon over. Tower is down.
The super troops have arrived.
I'm receiving damage, but it's nearly nothing.
Enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
Yes, and it's the final push. Especially with our mate who is pushing bottom lane in the same time. I will activate my ultimate.
The super troops have arrived. Enemy has been
No,
slain.
under the tower is not good idea. I'm going back, but finally we will finish the game. I will show you now the statistic of the match. Final statistic of this match, you can see that I'm MVP with 5-0 and 17 assists. And what I want to show you, it's the really interesting score that we can have there. Total output, 16% of damage, not so much. But hero damage, 28.2. I'm first as hero damage, so it shows you that this hero is able to have a good overall damage. And damage received, you can see that I'm also first and I didn't die. So this hero is tanky, like I explained during the review, is able to deal interesting damage, and it's an amazing initiator for fight. So in the proper team with some mates who are following the fight and not fighting alone in the map, you will have good result for sure. It's all for today. It's now time to conclude. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share to support my work if you enjoy it. See you soon for another video. Bye bye.